All right, and welcome back to another episode of Saf in the City. Let's get it.
What's up?
Yo, today we got a very, very special guest. We got Will the Thrill.
We out here in Israel, Jerusalem, for Sukkot break.
Yes, sir.
Always happy to be back.
It's Will's last day, a.k.a. William Jacobs, Will the Thrill.
Of course.
Joining us for Saf in the City. He's an OG fan. He was actually around when Saf in the City was developed.
Nativ Sean Olive, shout out. Nativ 2023.
Yes, sir.
2023.
And now Park 2025. Today we got some great topics going. We are talking about a mix of humor and reflection on childhood, current habits, and new perspective on past events. We got some good questions, some good topics, and it's going to be a good time. So
It'll be good.
Oh, actually, I always like to ask a question to the guests to get to know them a little better before we start.
Hit me with anything here.
Will, what's your go-to dance move? You get pushed in a dance circle. What are you hitting?
We'll go with the frat flick, a little bit of the...
Hey.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
Nonchalant vibes.
I'm a nonchalant dude, I'm never gonna bust out the moves. I'm never gonna...
hey.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hit him with some Fortnite moves,
Bro, I'm getting down and doing the worm.
Yeah, I like that.
Yo, and then I get on my back and I pretend I can kick myself up. Cannot do it at all.
I love that.
But it's hype. All right, so now you know that Will's a frat type of guy.
Nah, chill.
Just in the dance floor.
Just on the dance floor. Comes out on the dance floor.
All right, so question number one. Oh, actually, intro to the question. I wrote intro questions because I forget to do that sometimes.
It's chill.
Okay, when we were kids, we thought the world was a completely different place. The world was ours, and we kind of just knew what people told us. We didn't really have so much of our own intuition, and that could lead us to believing some crazy things. What is the most ridiculous thing that you believed as a kid?
All right, so I'll start off here. I'm gonna go with something that doesn't seem so major, not like the Earth is flat or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that if you swallow a piece of gum, it'll get stuck in there for years on years and years, and it'll never come out.
That was such a known thing that everyone thought. I don't know why.
So known, bro.
Who told you that?
I think my parents when they didn't want me to swallow my gum. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Did you ever swallow your gum?
Oh my God! I remember one time, maybe I was 8 or something, accidentally swallowed it. I came crying to them. I was like, "Yo, is it stuck?" And they're like, "It'll come out in your next next time you hit the restroom."
Next little poo.
How about you?
I actually swallowed my first piece of gum I ever took. I was at my aunt's house, my cousin's, and she gave me some piece of gum, and I didn't even know what it was, so I just swallowed it. They're like, "No, you're not supposed to swallow it." I'm like, "Oh." I didn't think it was gonna be stuck forever, but that was how I learned what gum was, I guess. Something ridiculous that I believed as a kid was that I thought that when it came to pregnancy, that God just made women pregnant, and I always felt so bad for the families that had 10 kids. I'm like, oh my gosh, how do you have so many kids? I don't know if God loves you or God hates you, but
that honestly did make sense because all the time I would be this woman can't have a baby, you know what I'm saying? God's not helping you out, you know what I'm saying? But
we still believe that.
We still believe it, of course.
But we didn't know
we need God's help, but we didn't know there was
a human aspect to it.
Human aspect that you got to put in your you got to put in your try.
I don't even remember when I learned that it wasn't just God getting people pregnant, but as I got older, I'm like, well, that is definitely not what I thought.
Love that.
Yeah. All right, so that's a quick kicker off as a little bit of childhood here. And now let's go into some present moments. We're some great peoples, but I was about to say sadly, but not even sadly. Gladly, gratefully, we're not perfect. And sometimes we do some things to hurt us or to make things difficult. So let's get into some toxicity. What is a toxic trait that you have?
I would say for the most part, I don't think I'm a toxic dude necessarily. I don't think anyone would say that about me, but sometimes I tend to sometimes I gaslight people, sometimes here and there, sometimes
a joke or for real?
I don't try to. Sometimes if I think I'm right about something or you know what I'm saying, I'll twist people's words sometimes or not listen to what they're fully saying. It's whatever, but for the most part I come in peace, For as Saf could as Eitan could attest to here.
It's true. I agree. Will is a man of peace, and that awareness is good. Even if you're gaslighting people, and even if you're twisting people's words, the awareness is what's going to stop you from doing that in the future. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Do people call you out for gaslighting, or is it something that you notice about yourself?
Mostly something I notice about myself. Yeah, just That's it.
Okay.
How about you?
So for me, a toxic trait that I have is that I if I like want to believe something, I'll always like ignore obvious signs and twist it towards my perception. Like an example, recently I was like texting this girl because I wanted to go out with her, but like it was so obvious like she wasn't down, and like I was like getting like she was being dry for a while, like almost ghosting. I'm like, oh no, it's this and this and this. Like, no, Saf, it's not that. Like, you know. And I'll always do that. Like one time I had a kid that I wanted to live with, and he was also like being dry and like giving like vague answers, and I'm like to my dad, oh, don't worry, we're gonna wait, like he's gonna sign. My dad's like, he's not gonna sign. Like, I don't know what you're not seeing about this. Like, so when I want something, I'll twist the perception of what's going on.
Also, another thing, sometimes I realize it about myself sometimes, but sometimes I'll be like, you know, I'll be thinking something or like whatever, and then I'll be like imagining something about it, or like telling a little white lie, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll like start like believing that lie, you know what I'm saying? And like not like realize like what actually happened.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I like when I'm switching it up so much, I like it just eventually becomes like
we try to protect ourselves, but then long term we end up hurting ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I'm telling myself she's interested, but like nothing she's saying is making it seem that way. Like,
you just got to move on. There are many other fish in the sea.
I know. But you know, as Juice WRLD said, all fish are the same. Yo, I miss Juice WRLD, by the way.
Yo, rip Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD's been my number one artist on Spotify for the past 5 years, but I fell off. 2 years ago, I was in the 0.1% of listeners, and last year I was the 0.5% of listeners.
Fell off a little bit.
I know, but it's hard. Like, there's not really like new songs anymore. He's obviously still OG. I'm gonna love him forever. But damn, like Juice WRLD could have been he was one of them ones, but he could have been like the one.
Remember that time a couple of years ago, and it's a little off topic here. We both worked in Camp Hask, and one time we went to the lake, and you and Zim, and we just started vibing out. Remember that?
That was chill. Memory unlocked.
Unlocked memory. All right.
That was a good vibe.
Good vibes.
Were we singing? Were we freestyling?
We were like just vibing along, you know, at the water. It was like right by it was like that like little sus little sand area, you know? Whatever the heck was going on.
It's always those sus little sand areas that hit the most.
Exactly, bro.
Yo, if I could like pull quotes from my pod, like the random ones, make a list of them, like I don't know if I can consider myself inspirational, or I could, but like you just have to be like on the wavelength to understand. See, that's another like twisted perception thing right there that I do. Like you always gotta point life in your favor.
Yeah.
Because you know what's facts, just in general, there's not really that many objectives in life. There really only is perception. Like you can see the world however you want. So if you choose to see things positively and to like act positively, then like you'll have a positive experience in the world.
You're right. There's so many. There aren't even so many like actual like truths. You know what I'm saying? Like most stuff you have to believe in, or you have to like look at it the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like instead of working on everyone else, the key is just to work on ourselves, and we can be happy.
Exactly. Well said from the man himself.
Yes, sir. All right. I think this is something that's very toxic, and I do this a lot. I could have answered this to a toxic trait, but I personally overthink a lot. Sometimes it'll have its benefits, but usually it's pretty tiring and pretty toxic. So, what's something that you always overthink that doesn't even matter?
Start off with you for this one.
Okay. So, personally, I'm very insecure about my hair. I've had some hair loss for the past few years. We're on some medication. And
it looks great.
Oh, thank you. Will's the first one to say that in a while. But we take compliments when we get that.
Look, nobody has my luscious lady here, but...
It's true. Will's got the waves. Will's got the blonde. You know, it's not about... Comparison is a thief of joy.
Exactly. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. But personally, I'm insecure about it. But that's okay. But the thing is that I'll spend so much time in a day, like, fixating on it or fixing it, playing with it. And even if I could get it to look a little better, like, the amount of time that I'll spend on it does not make that much of a difference towards the outcome. And like it's a waste of time, waste of thought, like, and like sometimes I need to ban myself from mirrors, you know. Mirrors are the enemy.
So for me, we'll go into something that Eitan does really well, actually, and
Sing?
that is not well, yeah.
I want to swing from the chandelier here.
But Eitan doesn't really care about what people think about him, as like what he wears and everything. And
damn, is bro hating on my clothes? I'm kidding.
Eitan's a great thing.
I'm just gaslighting. You should be familiar with it.
What's it called?
We're matching, by the way.
Yeah, blue, gray, you know.
White,
blue,
or
white
once was white, currently brown.
Mine's on the way to brown too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, most people struggle with it, I think, in the world. What people think, like your clothing, your everything. And sometimes I'll just be in my room, like, debating what I should wear for 30 minutes. Like, it gets bad at times, you know what I'm saying? But
It does get hard with clothes sometimes.
most people overthink it. I think Eitan does a really good job of putting that to the side and letting people not really care about, like letting people think what they want to think, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that, and I'll get into my perspective on it. But first, I want to talk about something you said. Let's say you're in your room and you're, choosing these outfits for 30 minutes. What's really going through your mind? Take us through it.
okay, so there's a couple things. It's sometimes it's like the colorway. Sometimes it'll be like, shoot, if I wear these pants, then I can't wear the shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, it's something like that,
known.
something like that. And then sometimes we'll be on like a long vacation or like you know what I'm saying, like a 2-night, you know what I'm saying, like a Thursday night, Sunday night, like you go out twice with your friends or something.
Yeah.
You're like, shoot, should I waste this like shirt on tonight, or like should I keep it for Saturday night, or like should I keep it for Shabbat, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, I'm like, should I save it? Should I go with this? Like,
Yo, you know what?
should I save that outfit, you know?
I think a lot of people have that, and something that actually helps me with that when choosing outfits specifically, especially when there's other options, is a lot of time it's two things. One, a gut feeling. Like, ask yourself inside, like, okay, like what's speaking to me, and then it's combined with the second part is like, today, like which outfit feels like the most me, like
Fair.
sometimes I want to be like sometimes I want to like dress up a little more, and sometimes I want to dress down. Do I want to feel comfortable? Do I want to look comfortable? Like, how do I feel today, and like what clothes are going to suit me the best?
Exactly. Yeah, that's also a big part of the debate. If I want to feel nice, sometimes like the nicest shirts, they're like sweatshirts, like they're a little uncomfy, you know what I'm saying? Or don't want to dress like I'm like in pajamas going to sleep, you know, something like that. Like
I
that type of
love
thing,
wearing
you know what I'm
pajamas out, but only at night, not during the day.
Safra was big on was big on the pajamas always. He used to come to the bubble and ask in his pajamas, chill with us. Come to Dougie's in his pajamas, you know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking of when we were in Nativ.
In the Tiv also, yeah.
Well, first of all, one thing about me is I love like character type of like clothes. Like I have like a Tom and Jerry sweatshirt. Big Bird. I have Garfield pants. Like I love character type of clothes, and I still have like a Tom and Jerry like outfit. It's like a white sweatshirt with Tom and Jerry that has like a little black on it, and then black pants with Tom and Jerry that has a little bit of white on it, and they mix and match very nice. And I wear it sometimes still now, but I remember when we were in Nativ, I was feeling crazy, and I wore it to Night Sitter. And everyone was like looking at me like, yo, like, are you crazy? I was wearing like button downs,
all black and white, shot a bed, like on their way to like Mir.
And I'm wearing pajamas, which I probably shouldn't have done. I was probably trying to stand out a little too much. But when people came up to me, I'm like, what do you mean? Like I'm wearing white and black, Like I'm finally fitting in.
He's fitting in.
Gosh, I remember also like a few years ago, I bought this like red like biker jacket. I wore it one time.
I don't even remember.
I wore it one time in my life and only wore it to Night Sitter, and that was it. Like, but when we were in yeshiva, I had such a hard time, like, I don't want to say trying to fit in, like, because I didn't want to try to fit in, like, I
want it to be different.
Exactly, but too much I wanted to be different. I would try to stand out, and that's why, like, I had such a hard time, and the program would get mad at me and send me to other cities for 10 days at a time.
Nah, but you liked that, though. You liked it.
Loved it.
It was great for you.
But, like, sometimes, I think it's another toxic trait I have. I want to be different too much. I like here's like a smaller story about it, but like one time I was with a few friends at an ice cream store, and there were two cups. There was one pink cup and one blue cup, and I wanted the pink cup, but then all my friends got the pink cup, and I'm like, damn, like now I don't want the pink cup anymore, so I got the blue cup. Anyway, we're all just like sitting there chilling. We're all sitting there chilling, and they're like, yo, Sav, why is your cup so much bigger than ours? I'm like, oh, is that what the color difference is? Like, it's a size difference? They're like, yeah, do you want the large? I'm like, no, I just didn't want the pink because you guys all got it, even though originally I wanted it. They're like, damn, like you want to be different so much that you're just getting more ice cream now. Like. So yeah. I think it's something I gotta find a balance on. Like, it's okay to be different, but sometimes it's okay to just, do what people are doing.
Fair. Stick out, but don't stick out too much. Well said.
I think, yeah. And I think in life, just with everything, it's about like picking and choosing the battles. Like,
exactly.
Whether that's an external battle or an internal battle. So like for you with your clothes, like, like let's say you have 100% of energy one day. Like, do you want to spend 30% of energy, Or another thing you could do is like, give yourself a time limit. Set a timer. In 10 minutes, you're leaving with this. Like,
no matter what I pick out.
Exactly.
Even if it's like not matching,
It'll put some pressure. And like if you need like an incentive, like by the end of $10, like if you're not like out with your fit on, like you gotta send me $50.
And it'll help me go with my gut also. It'll help me go with my gut, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. The gut's always saying something that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. We just gotta be in touch with it. Like sometimes it's that outer voices that could trip us up a little bit.
Well said.
from the man himself. All right, and we got another question. All right, so we've talked about childhood, we've talked about the present, and now we're going to talk about a combo of both. You know, in life, we all go through experiences that hurt us and that like we wish don't happen to us in the moment. But then as some time goes by, we see that how something that once hurt us actually really helped us. So what's something you're grateful for that once hurt you?
It's a little serious. Saf in the city getting
I
serious.
can say first.
All right, we'll let Eitan go first here.
On my last episode, I was talking with my boy on here, and I said share a very embarrassing story, and he's like, nah, I can't share it. I'm like, fine, let me share it first, and if you think that like it's close enough, then you could share it. My story was that it was in first grade. I pooped my pants, and
Oh my God.
and I had to wait in the last hour of school, and I had to sit on the bus, and everyone's like, yo, it smells. I'm like, yeah, bro, it smells.
I farted, bro. I farted.
I had to say it was me. I'm like, yo, that smells. Like, and then I got home and I cried to my mom.
Oh my God. Okay,
Yeah,
so
first grade traumas become 14th grade podcast topics.
and how did that help you in the future?
That now whenever I really have to go to the bathroom, I look to God. I'm like, God, like I'm really not down for this. Please help me. And usually I make it. Like in the summer, I was driving home and like I really thought I was gonna have to like pull over and find some leaves, but like thank God I just made it. The other day I was walking home and I was like, oh my God, I even stopped in a public bathroom that was like gross, and I'm like, okay, I really have to go, but there was no toilet paper, so I'm like, oh my God, this is the worst.
Dude, I also used to have crazy. Dude, I used to be so freaking. I used to not be able to go to bathroom in public because like I need my bathroom. I need my
Ooh, I have
my
a
space. You know what I'm saying? I need,
100%. I have a good question about that. I was thinking about this the other day when I was actually like almost going. And okay, let's say you're out in public and you really have to go to the bathroom. 1 to 10, how bad would it have to be for you to go in public? And what's like the lowest number? No, what's the highest number that you'll like sit with and wait till you get back to your space?
Amazing question. Wait, so for the first one, let's say 1 out of 10, how badly I have to go? Is what you're asking?
Yeah.
Okay, so probably go with a 7.5 maybe.
If it's 7.5, you'll go in
If it's a
public.
7.5, what do you mean by public?
Like let's say like we're out here right now, and like you have to go 7.5 out of 10. Are you finding a bathroom here, or are you going back to your space?
7.5, I'll 8. I'll switch to 8.
If
8, I'll go bathroom in public. 8, I'll definitely go bathroom in public.
Okay.
Anything under, I'll go back to my place. And it took me a while to do that. You know, I need my. I don't like the stalls. I don't like. You know what I'm saying?
Stalls are the worst.
Yeah, I need my own private bathroom. I need.
And
to be,
your
you know
stalls in
what I'm
like elementary school like have like huge holes in them, like everyone can like see them.
saying? Yeah, bro. Like people be like staring through. You know what I'm saying?
So if it's an 8, you'll go in public. If it's below an 8, you'll go back.
Exactly.
I'll agree with that actually. If it's an 8, just go. It's not worth waddling back. And then by the time you get back, also like let's say it's an 8, like on the walk back it's becoming like an 8.5. But the second you're like a minute away, like your brain knows you're a minute away, and it becomes like a 9.6. Like,
Dude.
you always make it by 1
same
second.
Same thing with pissing also, bro. You'll like no, the toilet's like right there, so you'll be like, yo, it's coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, one thing I try to do with going to the bathroom, we're doing a lot of bathroom talk, but it's okay, it's valid. We all go to the bathroom. Is if let's say I really have to go, I'll tell myself, could I wait an hour if I was getting $1 million? And a lot of times I could, and that like will really help my perspective and show like mental strength, how like you could persevere your physical want with a mental
reward,
change.
like I was saying, like a reward that helps your mind change. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And we should take that to our life too. Like a lot of times we think like whether it's in the gym or school, studying, I don't even know, doing a job, it's like we think we're done, but like tap in. Hey, if I was getting $1 million, how much more could I do right now?
Exactly. No, I definitely I find that struggle. For me, it's
we can go more than our limits. We can go more than we think our limits are.
a little bit of will opening up on Saf in the city. For me, I've tried multiple times going to the gym when I was in yeshiva for the year, everything, and I've gone on runs, but it's never been long enough. I just like lose motivation, I don't know. It's tough for me. It's something I got to work on, but
Me too.
I'm still a pretty active guy. I still play sports,
Yeah, so
but
Will's a tennis guy.
I'm a tennis guy. I play ice hockey. I love to go skiing.
Yes, sir.
But lifting those weights gets tough for me. I like my bed a little too much.
Beds are awesome. They're so comfortable.
Just gets a little too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm also a guy that like I feed off motivation a lot, and a lot of times I'll get motivated and I'll start something new, and then 2 weeks later when I lose that motivation, I stop doing it. And something this year that I'm going to try to change, especially now, post-COVID, I'm going on a new diet, trying to get back in shape again, is discipline. Discipline is what will make you last in life. Motivation will come and go, but if you know some long-term goals, discipline will keep you aligned with those long-term goals and will ultimately make you successful.
Yep. It's like saying that if you know the end result, you're not going to stop. You know what I'm saying? Which is where discipline.
Well, I like that. So you got to decide the end result.
Yeah.
Like, don't leave it open-ended. It's like, I'm going to get jacked,
I'm going to
and
get
therefore
jacked.
I'm going to go to the gym every
You're getting
day.
jacked, you know?
Also, I thought about this last year. Like, when I was like on a pretty good gym streak, there were like 2 days in a row where it was really hard for me to go, but I went anyway. And I told myself, if I could do it on the days where I don't have the energy, then I'll for sure do it on the days where I do have the energy.
Exactly.
So this year,
Well
you're
said.
disciplined. What's something you're going to do to keep yourself disciplined?
Maybe. I don't know. I really got to work on it. It's tough for me. It's tough.
How about-
I might need your help.
How about
Just coming up
starting
here.
with picking an area that you're going to be disciplined in no matter what?
Okay, that's fair. So what? Whether that's like waking up early or saying stuff like
It
that.
could be anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe just being more like useful with my time. Sometimes I'm like I go on my phone, Instagram Reels, you know, I'm swiping, TikTok, anything. Before I know it, like an hour will hit, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
sometimes, and like it's bad. So maybe set some timers, set some, I don't know.
I have
Stuff.
I have timers because you could waste so much time with this stuff.
So much. You can waste so much, and
We
you
need-
scroll
we
and
need
scroll and
fences.
scroll.
I guess the rabbits and
Exactly.
Judaism aren't so far off. We do need fences. Yeah, don't quote me on that. But that's valid. Also, I would say you should set yourself a time limit, and it's always good to have a person that like either helps you like feel good or stay accountable. Like me and 2 friends, like we said, we all want to lock in. We made a group chat. So like I would say for you, like if you want to make like better use of your time, like send me a recording like once a week about like something you did that was a good use of time, or a time where you were gonna use time badly and you decided to do something better.
Okay.
You know, then like I'll give you that hype,
And then you give me the
offer
hype.
you a little perspective, and like it becomes more of like a process, and like maybe not as easy to forget about it.
Fair. I'm gonna take you up on that one, honestly.
Please do. My line is always open. We didn't even get to our question, so I'll answer the question. The question was, what's something you're grateful for that once hurt? So for me, that was my going into high school experience. I applied to 2 schools, DRS and HAFTR, and when I applied, I didn't care where I went, and I didn't get into DRS.
Really? You were like thinking about going to DRS?
I was, but
Really?
when I got into HAFTR and not DRS, I'm like, all right, fine, I'll go to HAFTR. But right before school started, I thought it would be bad for me, and I really tried to go into DRS, and they just wouldn't take me. And I didn't know at the time, but it was definitely God's hand. But it hurt me a lot. I was really upset. It hurt my confidence. I felt like all my friends were there. I felt like I was in a bad environment. But I saw as time went on that God wanted me in HAFTR. He wanted the people for me, the environment. And I see just throughout my high school experience that like HAFTR was really the place for me. It put me on a really good path. And I do think DRS is a good school for the right person, but I think for someone like me ending up there, I don't think I would have had the best high school experience, and I also think that I would have ended up in a yeshiva and college experience that I'm not saying is necessarily bad, but for me, I don't think I would have gotten to be in Madrid. I don't think I would have gotten to go to IDC.
What you're saying if you went to DRS?
Yeah, I think I would have ended up
More
probably
like-
while you were Landers, which is
more-
okay.
More like down the, like more down.
Yeah,
the,
I think it's a little more in the box.
in the box. Yeah, exactly.
Well, again, which is okay. Like the box is a good place. I mean, you know, I'm in the box in a lot of ways. But I think for my high school life and post high school life, I think having a co-ed environment was good for me. I think that in HAFTR I got to have more individual attention from rabbis, and that was huge for me. I think I had more freedom and less time in school, which my mom didn't like, but I liked. And you know, it hurt me at the time, but I think HAFTR was great for me. I love HAFTR. I love where I am now, and I'm very grateful for that experience.
Perfect. So I'm going to bounce off of what you said to something similar to me, and that's yeshiva. So for me, I went to Frisch High School, and I was the only boy from my year going to Tiv. You know, they get some people going to Tiv once in a while. My year, nobody, and like most of my friends.
You were the only one?
I was the only one.
Damn, I was only
My
HAFTR
year.
one.
My year.
Sheesh, look at us.
Yo, Shauna Bet. There were a couple like Shauna Bet, whatever, but
Right.
whatever. But and I had friends from like other places. You know, I went to Morshaw, I went to Alpha West for a year. Like I had other friends. I knew people from around. I knew Safra. Kid was a TikTok gadol right here.
Star.
Star. Knew him. Ran into him a couple times here and there. But
I actually knew you from like Avnet, like kindergarten.
Yes, I went to Avnet, yeah, because Atlantic Beach. Yeah, exactly. Well, I knew you from whatever, from all the Hafter kids I went on Alpha, whatever. I knew you from
True. Mutuals.
Mutuals, mad mutuals. That's how it works in Yeshiva League High School, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and my dad went to Nativ back in the day. He liked Rabino a lot, and he really wanted me to go to Nativ. And I knew it was a good place. I grew up going there, like Simchas Torah. My dad used to take me there and everywhere. So I'm like, all right, like, it was a little uncomfortable, like, moving away from my friends. My friends were going to, like, these other places, Aish and, like, Rashid and, like, you know, like, whatever, some even Bar Ilan, you know. So it was tough for me. But definitely the first couple weeks were tough. But then pretty soon in, I met some people. Saf,
We had a nice little squad.
We had a nice little squad
We had a
going.
good
Shout
time.
out RD, shout out Danny,
Jimmy.
Hirshhorn squad, Eleni,
Facts.
some of the Persians, Benny Levy, whatever.
Shout out. Still do it.
We made a good squad out of it. We're all in different places now, but still works. Sometimes we get together, like right now we're in the park.
Yes, sir.
South in the city.
Yes, sir.
And Nativ ended up being great for me. I met new kids, branched out a little bit.
So what hurt you? That you were going to be the only kid going from Frisch?
That I was the only kid going from Frisch, and that, like, it was definitely a little uncomfortable.
It's
like,
intense.
I could have been, like, a little bit, like, I could have, like, gotten through with my friend. Instead, it's, like, random rooming, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it ended up being great. Love of Hirshhorn, love a lot of the Rebbe's.
And you thrived there. Will went for a Shana Bet.
I went for Shana Bet until January.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm, like, the biggest yeshiva guy ever still, but I'm happy for what...
It still sits inside.
I'm still...
Put us on a good path.
Yeah, put us on a good path, and thankful for it. But yeah, that's it.
Thank God. All right, that concludes our topics for today. Will, any conclusions you want to state to Saf in the City? Your time on the pod?
I love where the pod's going.
Hopefully up and up.
We're outside right now in the beautiful Yerushalayim.
We outside.
Which is great, but one day we'll be in the studio. And
Will's always been a big believer. I just want to give Will a shout out here. When I post content, he always likes to
I love the content.
comment. I actually think it reconnected us because I see him commenting on my stuff. I started texting him a little more. Now
exactly.
he's here. Like,
I've been in New York for the past couple years since Shiva ended, and Eitan's been here. But we text. I like up his videos,
yes,
comment.
Sir. I always appreciate people that keep in touch in any way possible.
And it's great because sometimes I'll be waking up in the morning and the time difference is here, and you post like in the afternoon-ish or something sometimes?
I don't know. Recently I tried posting like 1 a.m. here, so I guess like people that are like in bed here, and then like 5 p.m.
Okay,
American
fine.
time.
All right, fine. So
but it pops up whenever.
Yeah, so sometimes I'll be like in my bed or something, like waking up, and I'll just see it, and it'll be a good start to my day.
Yes, sir.
And there's nothing bad about it, and it's only good.
Hopefully you'll see yourself on here soon.
I'll see myself
for the second time. Hey.
Yes.
Guys, tune in to future South in the City episodes, future content, great guests like Will to come. And
Hope
Will,
I did well, boys.
You've been phenomenal.
First real podcast ever. So
love.
Much love, boys.